That's good.
Hello and welcome back to the Remembering Tuscola webcast. I'm David Porter. I'm here with Mike Carroll and Bill Englehardt. And I just checked, we've been doing a podcast in one form or another for almost 6 years now. Mike and I started with the Tuscola Review, and just goes to show, podcasts don't get canceled for mediocrity. Um, we've been
Uh,
doing,
Perseverance is the key to existence.
yeah. Mike has, as you know, has perfected his humor during this 6 years on our webcast. Not according to anyone who has ever watched the webcast, but anyway, that's
Well, that's where David learned a lot about humor from having me on.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah, he's grown
David,
a
an
lot.
amazing thing is you and I haven't, if you go back 6 years ago, we look exactly the same.
Yeah.
We do. I I think I look better.
Yeah.
So
Well, you do look good, and you always look good when you have a trophy sitting over your shoulder.
Yeah.
yeah, I put that back. I haven't had it up for a while. So, uh, but a couple of weeks ago when we did our live show, we may have set a record. We had 3,200 plays on that webcast.
Wow.
Didn't say how long they watched, but
I was
they
going
know
to say they
what
may
it's
have
on.
flicked it on and flicked it. They may have flicked it off as quick as they flicked it
You
on.
may have come across it by accident somehow.
Yeah.
So what?
Well, this is our social life. Bill and I get to go out and get something to eat. You actually get to talk to some friends.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's I've got so few of them, so
Well, you got two here.
that's good. I'm gonna have to get on my reporter. I took it out of the police report. The guys that passed out at the football game, he said two older men. Well, I happen to know who they are. One of them is the same age as I am.
I know.
So I took the word older out of that report.
David,
Being older men.
you're an investigative journalist. Do you think that's just happenstance, or do you think there was something caused it?
According to the fire chief, there were no external forces. It seems bizarre to me, but I haven't talked to either one of them, but I've heard they're doing okay.
Yeah.
This happened Friday night.
Yeah.
The rumor I heard it could have been some kind of electrical short up through the ground.
Well, that's what I heard, but according to Moody, no.
Well, maybe it's not there now. Maybe it's got to be just right.
According to Moody, one passed out first and the other one went to check on him and passed out, maybe anxiety or something. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know which one passed out first, but it was bizarre to have two brothers both pass out at the football game, one right after the other.
I passed out during a football game.
Well, I passed out flyers once. So that reminds me, speaking of passed out, I was watching one of our early webcasts, Mike, and you had said that you wanted to, during an upcoming homecoming, have a go back to a free dating where classmates could date.
I've told my class that I think when they all retire, we ought to come back to Tuscola. Everybody come back and let's recreate high school and let's be allowed to date.
Yeah.
We can date everybody else's wife and husband. We
Yeah,
can't
that
get
sounds really great, Mike.
you can't get really serious and break up the marriage, but you can kiss them goodbye at the door. You get that feeling of courtship
Now
again.
you say kiss them goodbye. What are we talking here?
At the door, walking to the door with
No,
your,
no, no, no. Back up. Kiss them goodbye. What kind of kiss?
well, that's where the excitement is. It could be a simple peck, or it could be down. You could try and strangle your throat with your tongue.
Well, how would that not impact a marriage?
Because he gets to do it too, and everybody gets to do it. It's just understood that this is just fun. This
What
is
is
just,
going on over in your household, Mike, that you even come up with these things?
well, you know what, David? The interesting thing is no one agrees it's a good idea, evidently, including you.
No, I'm curious.
Yeah.
You're not happy.
You're not.
Well,
There was
sounds
a dating different girls. You can't marry them all, but you could date them all.
it sounds like you got vetoed on that idea.
Don't you miss dating? Seriously, courting. A
You
little
know what?
bit, the thrill.
Mike wants to go back and get it right this time.
Yeah.
Hey, I got it right with you.
Took a long time.
It's a long time.
Now, wasn't that fun?
No, that's fun. No, I think I'll pass.
Yeah.
Chicken shit.
Bill's already dated your wife.
That's true.
Yeah.
He wants another try. Well, it was just an idea, Galileo was laughed at, and almost hung, you know. Copernicus was kicked out of the church. It's just, great minds. I'm kind of an Elon Musk kind of guy when it comes to high school dating.
You jump around on stage and
Yeah, you're going to jump
Look at
around
Elon.
today?
Elon's got about 25 kids and about 8 mothers. I mean, I think Elon's got it out of his system.
well, I guess if you can afford them.
Well,
All right, you ready? You got anything else before we get going? Any more?
Have you tried to take another picture of the Northern Lights?
It's supposed to be visible tonight. I thought I might go out and try.
Yeah, they say it is. Everyone's saying it is beautiful that have seen them.
Well, they're hard
Okay,
to
I'm
see.
ready.
Hard to see with the naked eye, but if you use your cell phone, a lot of times the cell phone will pick it up. Your camera on the cell phone. All right, somewhere on here I've got some pictures to show. Not all of these are Tuscola people,
well, we know everybody.
but
Yeah,
I thought you might recognize some of them.
homecoming
And,
pictures.
Some of these are all still from 1965. So we'll start with this one. Looks like it's at the courthouse. Don't know anything else about it.
Well, it looks like they're polling watchers. They're probably from all around the county. That's my Aunt Dorothy Hilligoss in the very back.
I see her by the door.
By the door is right.
Mm-hmm.
Half her head. That's Dorothy
Mm-hmm.
McGuire Hilligoss.
You recognize her from that.
Oh,
yeah.
there's no question. That's Aunt Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful woman.
I can see that.
She made a roll about as big as a huge softball.
Mm-hmm.
You'd put about a half stick of butter in there and it'd melt. It's like eating a sponge of butter. Good cook. Okay, we got to get rid of this over here.
I do have some names on this, but apparently
USI girls?
not
The
Tuscola.
gal on the far left looks very
Polig? Is that Bert
familiar.
Polig?
No. I don't believe.
I think
Unless
they're
girls
USI.
change that
I think they're
much.
USI girls. That's my guess.
Might be.
According to Joanne Edmiston, they are Arcola First National Bank.
Well, that's what I thought.
Mhm. She's got Judy Woolridge, Sampson, Carol Cummins, Helen Barnett, Selma Sweeney, Rena Dill, Esther Finn, and Carol Hausman says the one on the left is Mary Lou Brandenburg.
Oh, that's
Mary Lou Wayman. Eventually. I don't know.
And she says fourth from the left is Thelma Swinty.
Selma Sweeney.
Maybe a misspelling. And Karen Wish says it's Mary Lou's twin sister, Judy. So there you have it. This looks like maybe a decal.
Well,
Looks like Delbert at first. I thought it was.
the brick looks like decal, but that's not Delbert, I don't think, is it?
I don't know. It might be Delbert Grimm.
Back with a head full of hair.
Delbert, Danny Matthews thought it was Delbert as well, but that's all we know.
That's a stinger.
Dub Connor says, Mr. and Mrs. Stinger. He was county board member and a great one, caring.
Got it right.
I think that's the hospital they're talking about.
Yeah, we had similar pictures last week.
Amos Albritton, and there's Bill Cook, back left corner.
Willie Fromm.
William Cook. Willie Fromm, third from the left. My uncle Dale Carroll back here with a coat and an open shirt. See him with the glasses. Uncle Dale, dad's brother.
He seemed to be taller than that man.
Yeah, Dale was about 6 foot.
I recognize Amos.
Go to the upper, oh, there's Ray Carlson and Mayor Toomey.
Oh, you want to go back?
I think that's Bill Cook. Worked out at Ziegler Coal. Isn't that Bill?
It looks like Bill Cook.
Father of Glenda, Christine, and Billy.
Bill. That's not Toomey, though.
Ray Carlson and
That's Stinger.
I think it's Stinger.
Yeah.
Is that Bill Alexander?
Can't tell. Okay.
Well, that's the concrete batching plant, isn't it? Behind
I don't know if it's the one in Tuscola. It looks awfully big to me. This might be when they
not DeKalb, is it?
no. Oh no. I'm not sure where that is.
You think that's rock back there?
I think it's the concrete plant behind Medco, behind Century Motors.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have any comments on it.
That's their batching. I guess it could be part of Tuscola Cooperative Grain too.
Oh, that's what I wondered. And both negatives in the same folder.
Tuscola Cooperative Grain Company.
Well, see how it was white, how clean it was?
Oh, it was. It was clean. Now it's just a depository.
Well, I guess that is where it was at.
Yeah.
Well, that
It could be
hard to tell
Berkeley,
from the
it could be
pictures.
Filson.
Well, that could also
This is
be hay.
Filson.
Oh, it's out by USI.
It's out by the plant. I hauled out of that elevator. That's
Ficklin.
Filson.
Ficklin.
Ficklin, I mean, yeah, Ficklin.
Next to
the other
Filson.
direction.
Right next to Filson. Close enough. Ficklin.
There's the-
Filson's on the other side of Tuscola.
Oh, that's
Yes.
close. If you look
Yeah,
at
you just-
intergalactic standard, just
You
close.
go south, it's not far.
Yeah.
Well, there's the new bumper to your truck.
It's it's a new drag racer.
Rail drag racer with no engine or seat.
That's it.
What's up with those front tires?
Well, they're special drag racers, mud slicks.
Metal.
Well, that guy on the right's a US. We know that guy.
We do. I don't.
That's the administrator of the hospital, I think, on the right.
Not Garland Stroll.
No,
No.
I wonder what the layout is because that doesn't look like the hospital.
well, zoom in a little bit.
Well, on the new hospital, Jarman Center, this would be the dining area and the kitchen over here on the right.
Yeah, I think that is the hospital.
Could be the hospital.
Now the
Up at
door
the top
comes in.
would be
The door comes in off the side over here. Down the hallway, there's operating room, emergency room. I think it's a hospital.
Talking about that yesterday. I was getting my hair cut there.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the barber shop there.
Unity cheerleaders.
Yeah, apparently whoever was taking pictures at this tournament enjoyed taking pictures of cheerleaders. We got lots of cheerleader pictures.
Well, Bob liked to take pictures.
Well, they've
I
been
knew a
Phil
couple, I
White.
knew a couple of there was a Cobra Line, Vicky Light, married to Carrie Bunninger.
Kevin
didn't-
Cotter says is Donna Coley, one of the Lick girls, and Susie Millsap.
Lick girls,
Licked or Light?
Vicky Light,
LICHT.
Vicky Light. I think Vicky Light's on the left.
Well, we know what Kevin was doing.
Yeah, he was going to the wrong school.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin was paying attention.
Rick Reinhardt on the lower left.
Yeah. Oaks, Ellen Anderson, Sheila Carlson,
Becky.
Becky and Ronnie Wynn. Well, Becky Alexander. My dad sitting right behind Ronnie Wynn,
Your
and my
mom?
mom next to him.
This is Frank Hausman.
That's Frank Hausman.
There's Monk Engelhardt
Yeah.
at the very top. There's Charlotte
Charlotte.
Twice,
Right
Charlotte
there.
Hausman. And this is like Renee Fortney. Christine Cook on the right. I don't know.
Is that Mrs. Fortney?
Dorothy? Helen?
No, Helen.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at the comments on Facebook. A lot of comments on this picture.
Oh,
Oh,
Helen
that's
Skinner.
Helen Skinner.
Helen Skinner next to Roberta Engelhardt.
Yeah. Huh.
I think you guys may have more names. We've got from Janice Moody, Rick Reinhardt, Dave Hackett, Mark Waters, Dennis Oaks, Sheila Carlson next to Ellen, question mark.
Right.
Ronnie and Becky Wynn, Becky Alexander Wynn, and Ronnie Wynn in the middle. Let's see what else. Lots of comments. So if you get on Facebook on the Remembering Tuscola, we post these pictures there.
This must have been when he worked at Carpenter. She had a suit and tie on.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Cappy says Ellen Leonard is next to Becky Wynn.
Yes, Ellen
She
Anderson.
is.
Ellen Anderson, high school name.
Greg Albritton says add Mark Waters. Roberta and Clarence Engelhardt, you had them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Frank and Charlotte Helton.
Linda Pangburn says Jane how do you pronounce her name? Furco.
Furco, don't see her.
Next to Becky.
No, that's
No.
Ellen Anderson.
Ellen Anderson.
Okay. All right. Lots of comments. Well, look at that, Bill. We got your mom and dad on there.
Yeah, that's neat.
Yeah,
I've
we
never
still
seen
need to
that
get
picture.
Bill in a church.
Yeah. Oh, must have been a ball game
Yeah, that's the way they used to turn out back when we played.
back in the day.
We packed it.
Yeah.
Now, Sharon Cappy says she sees Bob Taylor, Max Albritton, Gail
I see
Reeder.
Pat O'Laughlin. I see Fred Ron.
Steve Wallace, Monk
Steve
Wallace.
Wallace.
Tim Wright, Tom McDaniel.
Tom McDaniel right here. Bob Taylor right there.
Yeah. Set Trotz.
Hump.
Gail Reeder.
Gail Reeder right in front of Tom McDaniel. Hump Polig.
Yeah.
Mike Born.
Yeah.
Dylan Taylor, Mike Taylor, Heather Taylor Brown. Looks like all the Taylors were there.
Where's Mike and Heather?
Well, maybe Bob was just tagging them.
Yeah, because Bob wasn't married and had kids then, I don't think.
Well, he got around.
Oh, he did.
Susan Burris next to Gail Reeder, Mike Wellburn, front row. Mary Toomey cheering on the left, according to Mark Toomey.
Looks
Which
like
one?
Sandra Rankin right here on the right. This should be Becky should be on this cheer group.
Where is it?
Were you a cheerleader junior year?
Yes.
There's is that you or Mary Toomey? And that's Sandra Rankin.
Which one's Bob Taylor?
He's right in the middle with glasses looking opposite. Everybody else is looking out on the floor. He's
Go below the Tuscola sign. Bob's checking the scoreboard.
Keep moving put your cursor on him a little bit.
Here?
No, up here a little bit, left,
His
Oh,
glasses are very
right
bright.
there.
He's
there.
Mike Connors to the side of him.
yeah, it's Mike
Tom
Connor.
McDaniel's the other side of him. Gail Reeder, Arthur Jones,
Mm-hmm.
Billy Irwin, Hump, Polig, Mike Wellborn, Wayne Runyon, Alex Tingley, right here. Susan Burris,
Big crowd.
Waters. Yeah, we packed them in.
Yeah.
You couldn't even.
Well, I think they just wanted to see us, didn't they?
Well,
I mean,
most
not
of them,
even play.
most of them want to see me. Freddie Ron at the end of the bench. That's Pat O'Loughlin standing up, I think.
Kind of looks like him, doesn't it?
Maynard.
Campus? No, I don't think so. Yeah, we packed them in. Oh, here we go. This is a different picture.
There's Dale Knitz and Arthur Jones down the right.
No, that's Van Dorn. That's Terry Van Dorn.
Oh, look over here. Go back out
Young
big,
Terry.
big, go big.
Go big.
Oh, small. You got a guy over here on the right. Keep expanding.
That over here on the far right.
Rudd Callahan on the right.
You're right. It is Rudd. Okay, hang on a sec. Oh, there's a lot of people.
Alex Tingley.
Yeah.
Billy Leonard. Mike Allen.
Yep.
Uh,
This is Van Dorn. That's Arthur Jones.
Terry Van Dorn.
This is a Van Dorn that was killed in that car wreck
Terry.
out there. Yeah.
That Luster next to Bill Leonard.
Looks like Dale Luster.
Okay, now we got Shirley Taylor over here. Keep going.
Kind of looks like
with
Shirley.
a bow in her hair.
Not sitting with Bob.
Well,
Diane Smith.
There's Mike Connor. There's a Richie girl. There's Sini.
Sandy Sini. And is that Carla Webb?
Well, I thought it was Richie. Donna.
Oh, Donna? No, Donna's younger. So I think that's Carla.
Billy Irwin.
Yep.
Mike Connor.
And that is Bob sitting next to Shirley, but Shirley's talking to this other guy.
Yeah.
Well, those things happen.
Got to be nimble. Look at those crowds.
Yeah.
This is an older picture here. Looks like Carroll Etzweiler, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
And that's, oh God, we know him. He taught shop at Unity. Marty Crop. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Elizabeth Van Voorst looking out on the music teacher, sitting there looking out.
Linda Matheny and
it's I want to say Holmes, Mike Holmes. It's that Waters Holmes. It's that whole era, 1970. Oh, it's not Dale. Who we know that guy. Come on.
looks like a kid from B Mint to me, but I can't say his name.
Well, that's not wait, that's what's his name? Bill Tracy?
Yeah, see, I was right, wasn't I?
Bill Tracy from B Mint.
What's she doing with him?
Hmm.
She got a trophy in her hands here.
Yeah. Now, Greg Albritton says that's Bob Hastings back working the scoreboard. Didn't look like Bob to me, but
True. No, that's Bob.
He's changing the numbers on the book.
I seem to remember this. I was a B Mint exchange student. Tracy and I flip-flopped. He's a lawyer, Miller, Tracy, and Braun.
Mm-hmm.
Played football, basketball against him. He claimed I ended his football career, broke his leg.
Nice guy.
Well, it was accidental. But I don't know what Linda's doing. There's Tracy. I think the O-Call has given her an award. I think Bill was we used to have student council, or student council used to include all the O-Call I think Bill was president of the Oak Hall back in 65. I think this is 1965, and Bill's given her a special award for the Olympics. William Tracy. During the Oak Hall tournament, there's Pinnell on the right, 52. They got second place, by the way. We beat him. On the left,
John Cox.
John Cox.
With the T on his jacket, on his blazer. Gene Murray right there.
Is that Doug Dietrich? The young Doug Dietrich.
Possibly.
Rick Kahneman right above him.
Yeah, that's Frode right above him with the 6. You can see the 66s.
I think that's, I'm saying that's Doug Dietrich.
Bob Romine.
Bob Romine.
That's Jack Robertson at
Happy
the
Jack.
microphone.
Happy Jack.
Happy Jack.
Mike Pinnell they got second place. Lonnie Von Lincoln stole the inbound pass and laid it in. It was 41. I'm trying to remember.
Can't tell you.
Budinger was on that team. They're a big center.
Mhm.
I remember Tracy giving that. That was from the Oak Hall Conference student
Body.
student council. He was president of the Oak Hall. Well, that's where the interesting thing about that photo across from the B&O depot is it shows back when they took all the parking meters off because people bitched.
The reason I included this is because you could see the depot.
Yeah. See the parking meter post?
Yeah.
Downtown merchants bitched about cars sitting there all day, so they put up parking meters. Then they bitched about nobody would come because they didn't want to put money in the meters, so they took the meters off, put them back on, took them off. They even marked tires for a while. They tried marking tires.
Probably one of the Brinkley brothers driving a piece of equipment.
That's the new Honda 463.
This is in front of where the new festival area is, the new green space.
Right.
Yes.
Used to be Phil White's Journal office.
Because there you see the journal office.
Yeah.
And you see a little bit.
There.
And there you see where Paul Newman, Cool Hand Luke, cut all the meters off.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Went to prison down in Louisiana.
You got the TY Tower in the background.
Wish we still had that. That was quite a historical thing.
Yeah.
See the corner of the lumber yard.
You can see the lumber yard. You can see just a little bit of the eve from the depot across the street.
Yeah. Good
See
shot.
the overpass.
Good shot. It's a coming.
Mm-hmm. If you go in close here, you're going to see a lot of us at the high school. I'm looking at the back row. I can see guys up there right now. In that back row, look at Keno with his hands folded. Gary Little next to him. Probably Graham.
No, I don't think so. Mike House.
Faculty on top. Right.
There's Eric Fromm, John Coffey,
Bill Irwin.
Terry Reinhardt.
Is that Johnny Lassiter? Billy Irwin. Doug McCumber right in the middle. Wendy Warren in front of him. Larry Bunning. Wayne Leitz.
Yeah, that's Wayne.
Kleiss, Barry Kleiss.
Yeah.
Fred Fair. Right there.
Possibly.
Mardina.
Oh, I think we're getting down towards my class.
Kathy Rice. Lyons. Kleiss, Alice.
Alice Kleiss.
Donna Belts.
Oh, we're way down.
They're starting to get blurry now.
Yeah.
Go upstairs, go up top.
Oh,
Bob,
Trimble.
Oh boy.
This is faculty up there. There's Mrs. Allen down here on the far right, it looks like.
Lineberger. Oh, there's Dorothy Deere, one of the great all-time. We'll keep going. Jack Robertson on the right. We'll keep going. Keep Ethel Snyder.
Mrs. Hall.
Wait a minute. We keep going. Let's start with Ethel Snyder, Mama Hall, Jack Robertson, Dorothy Deere,
Wilma Allen.
Warren Lineberger sitting there with his legs crossed and his hand on his thing.
Wayne Wasson.
Wayne Wasson, keep going. Bob Trimble, student teacher. Joe Meyer, chemistry.
Probably Burris sitting behind
Burris,
Trimble.
yeah, Joe Meyer, chemistry, physics.
Bob Arnold.
Bob Arnold, and that's Brown. Wayne Brown from Oakland. What was his first name? Wayne Brown?
Yeah.
Was that the barber?
Darrell Brown.
Darrell Brown. Go to the front row here with the girls on the right. There you go. Right there.
Mm.
Right there. There's, I think that's my ex-wife. June Allison or Melody. Ann.
That's looks like Ann. Melody, Ann,
Mike Pangburn, Doug McCumber.
Steve Lyons sitting next to
Steve
McCumber,
Lyons,
I think.
Wayne Leitz,
Yeah.
Barry Kleiss.
That's really neat.
Rob Kahneman.
That is Rob. Mouse. Is that Mouse next
Mouse
to him?
Cunningham, maybe.
Harlan Hatchell next to Kahneman.
Dana Bishop at the top.
Yep.
Eric Fromm, Billy Irwin.
Kenny Campus.
Fred Fair.
Jerry Cohen.
Jerry.
Jay, help your father down here.
Kathy Rice. They get blurry.
Yeah.
Where's Becky?
I thought I saw Linda Kelsey.
We'll go, where at? To the right. Slide. Oh, yeah, there.
I think it was Linda. I think I'm right behind him.
You are. You're always hiding. Mm.
I don't know.
Good picture. There's Anderson, Ted Anderson.
Mm-hmm. Ham radio.
He was big in that.
Just the civil defense in the basement of the courthouse.
Well, that's what Chubb said.
Same room.
This is Owens, isn't it?
Is that Linus Owens?
I think so. That's an old picture. Civil defense.
Another crowd shot.
Yeah. We ought to get Becky cheering here if we could. Look how we packed him in.
Stan McMorris, saw him.
Okay, upper left is Jim Lamb,
Yeah,
owner of the Brookside
Brookside.
Restaurant. Keith Tingley, his brother-in-law.
Mrs. Lamb. Is that Mrs. Lamb?
Yeah, that's Jim's wife. And
Yeah.
the fourth one, I think, I've never seen her smile like that. That could be,
Frank Earl's wife?
I don't think so. I think it's Keith Tingley's wife.
Huh.
Keith Tingley's wife and Mary Kay Lamb were sisters, I believe.
Sitting on the bottom right is Joe Waldrop.
Then Mr. and Mrs. Teeter in the middle,
Albert
and
and Mary Teeters.
Gary Bates and Darla
Yeah.
Bates.
You know what this is? That's a fireman's supper.
Yep,
These guys were all in the fire department.
yes, they were.
Beto.
Jim Lamb was just a great guy.
There's a Brookside too, that looks like.
It looks like a Brookside shot,
Look
doesn't
at
it?
the chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think you got all the names I had on Facebook.
Okay, here's the Unity team that got second place. I can name
Wilbur Clark.
yeah, second from left is Pinnell. 55 is Kerry Bunniger, played football at Drake, died a few years ago. Wilbur Clark.
Oscar Hicks is a coach
Oscar Hicks
on the
is a
back
coach.
right.
There was a Roberts used to go. Roberts went in for a dunk during warmups, hung onto the rim, and was parallel. He didn't let go. He hung on the rim, and he let go and fell down the floor. He didn't play that night. Wilbur Clark. It's a true story. Bill remembers it. Wilbur
Yeah.
Clark left-handed forward, really good player. They had a powerful team. Wilbur Clark dove for the ball right in front of Unity's bench, and it's in the northwest corner of the gym. And Rick Gibson was running for the ball. Rick's about 6'4", 210. Bill's going to verify this. Honest to God, Rick dove for the ball on top of Wilbur Clark, and there was a huge explosion. Bodies flew. The rafters all shook. And the ref called a foul on Rick. Rick got up and walked away, and Wilbur was gone.
He was gone.
Wilbur Clark
Nowhere
was
to be
gone.
found.
And they looked around, there's no Wilbur Clark. And then about 3 minutes later, Wilbur comes out of the end of the bleachers. He was underneath the bleachers only.
Shaking his head.
The wood on the bleachers only comes out like that. Rick Gibson put this guy through the bleachers somehow. And Wilbur comes running out the end of it, and everybody cheers, and he's kind of wobbling. Remember that? Rick was just smiling. Hooter. We've never seen. That's a physical impossibility, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's only about like
you couldn't get under it. Wilbur Clark wasn't small.
Yeah, you couldn't put a 3-year-old kid underneath that thing.
Oh, it's funny.
They stopped the game and we all looked for Wilbur. Where's Wilbur? I played baseball with Wilbur. He was a hell of a softball pitcher.
Yes, he was.
Butch's brother was one of the best pitchers in the state.
Probably ever. Yeah.
I figure you guys would be able to name some of these.
Bunnell, and I'm trying to think of number 15's little guard. Maggio. Who was their little
Might
guard?
be a Maggio.
15.
Oh, he's a tough little nut. I remember that.
Oscar Hicks was a famous Unity coach.
Yes, very. Fields named after him, or the gym. It's
Hall of Fame coach.
yeah, Hall of Fame coach.
Well, that's
Mr. Maloney's house.
That's where Mr. and Mrs. Maloney both taught high school. Or what'd she teach? Grade school or high
She
school?
taught second grade.
And Gene was industrial arts.
Yeah, for many years. He'd been athletic director at Tuscola when he came. Wonderful, wonderful people,
Oh, salt of
great
the earth
educators. They came from Nebraska.
and no nonsense.
No, you didn't.
Gene was a
no.
former football, basketball coach. He's about
Yeah.
6'3".
Yeah,
Nobody gave Gene any trouble.
no, there was no problems.
And Danny Matthews says Mrs. McCarty's barn in the background.
That's true.
Mhm.
Chris Hills fixed it up.
He's renovating it now. It's behind Linda Winans' house.
I wondered what was going on with that building.
Chris bought it off of her, and he's straightened it up. It was kind of cattywampus. He's put some wires in there, and new foundation. He's
Mhm.
poured a lot of money into it.
Cool building.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, there's a 50. Looks like a 57
7 Plymouth.
Plymouth Chrysler or DeSoto. They all had those big fans. There's a Dodge over
Yeah.
there.
Oh, the ugly cars came out
Yeah.
about that era.
Isn't that about 57, 58? Right.
Yes,
there?
it is. Yeah,
That may be a DeSoto, the way that fin goes up abruptly versus.
could be, but I
smooth.
think it's Plymouth.
I'm saying DeSoto.
Bill Betzel Bus Company.
Yeah. That house has been torn down right here.
Yeah,
Who lived there from Tuscola?
I don't know.
I'll think of it.
Did they say that one time that had been there was a log cabin there, or that house was built around a log cabin, something like that?
I don't know.
Where I went to grade school.
We did too.
And my
We did
mom
too.
graduated high school there.
It's like a 57 Ford
Half
Ranchero.
track, yeah.
What do they call that? Ranchero?
Ranchero,
And
Pettit Studio.
Pettit Studio.
where we all got our senior pictures.
Yeah.
That's a Pontiac right here, about 57, 58.
So that's where
Here at Bo Pearson's stuff, they had a marathon station there on
Yeah.
that corner.
so the Pettit Studios where Kelsey's has their building is now.
Used to be a theater.
Really?
Yeah.
Post office.
But the median we see there in the picture.
Yeah, they call that the snow median.
Mhm.
Now, what's this car right here? Zero in on that car on the right.
Which one?
Parked.
Well, they're all
Studebaker.
That is a golden hawk or silver hawk Studebaker.
This here car on the far right, that looks like a Plymouth to me.
About a
We had
42.
a Plymouth dealership. Whitey Walker and
Well, Jack Allen.
Jack Allen.
Yeah. Water Tower. It's called the Water Tower Dodge.
Dodge.
Yeah, I think. Okay, Bill, you got all these. I've got my share for the day.
Yeah, you've done all the work so far. It's my turn.
First off, that's a community building.
Yeah.
We've got that.
Well, I got it.
Yeah.
We, what do you mean we, Tonto?
I have no idea who these
Marcy.
ladies.
Marcy Shoemaker says Pat Gailey, second from left.
Yeah, I agree.
And Mary Toomey says that's her mother, Nell Toomey, on the far right.
Well, I'll be darned.
You know what?
I'm not arguing with Mary.
I'm looking at her, and I guess it is.
You're gonna argue with Mary? Not her
No,
mother?
I'm not going to argue with her. Huh. Mrs. Toomey was a fine lady.
Unknown caller.
Okay, now on this, starting at the far right, second one in is Tracy Carpenter. Then we have third one is Mrs. Ron.
What happened to our Zoom?
We lost our picture.
You lost your picture?
Yeah. We've got you and we've got us, but there's you,
Let me try again.
Ron, what was her first name?
Betty.
Betty Ron.
That's
Yeah.
Dana Bishop's aunt.
You got it back?
Yeah, third one writes Betty Ron.
Hey, I saw in the pictures this week, Wilford Ralston and
Will-
Dick Bishop were here for 64.
Yeah, I saw him.
Uh,
Helen Ziegler.
Helen Ziegler.
You can have the next four. Oh, that's
Go ahead and say it because I can't tell you who it is.
Nancy Smith, O.B. Smith's daughter. Second left, Nancy Smith.
Okay.
No question.
Okay. We should know who this is on the right, but I don't.
Say Bert Poling again. These looks like teachers that all slap me around.
You have any names on this, David?
I don't have any names on this one. I don't have any names on this one.
Well, we're tied.
But I do on this one.
Oh yeah, there's Jim Ray Lee's wife. What's her first name?
Yeah. Mrs.
Billy.
Lee,
Billy
Billy Lee,
Lee.
Mrs. Ponder.
Third one.
So we've got two of them.
Bonnie Christmas says, is that Barb McCumber, fourth from the left?
I always think Barb with blonde hair.
Barb Kearns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's all I had on that one.
Here, Bill, you know that you were in this thing here. Bill Skinner
No,
on the right.
no, that's Bill Skinner on the right. On the far left is Dan Ponder. But I don't know who's in the center.
That's the Grand Poobah himself.
Yeah, he may have come from out of town to.
He's the Grand Poobah.
Grand Poobah. I don't know.
Okay. This is
Didn't we see that? No,
these
we
are
haven't seen
firemen.
this.
These are all firemen.
This is fireman again.
On the left is Lloyd Lytle,
Mrs. Lytle.
Mrs. Lytle, not sure.
Uh,
Ziegler,
Ziegler's.
Burl Green.
Burl Green.
I don't care. What happened?
Don't know who the next one is. Bottom left, Hop, Mr. and Mrs. Hop, Connor. Don't know.
Oh, that's
Mike Payne, Mike and Pam
that's
Payne.
Mike Payne, but this right here is come on. Zero in on the middle bottom. Come on, we know him.
next to Mike Payne.
Right.
Yeah, we got Mike and Pam Payne, my neighbors. Pam was just wonderful. Yeah.
Not Mike.
Mike was a fine guy. Yeah, I worked for Mike, delivered milk for him.
Who's at the far right down there with the pipe?
Don't know.
And we know that guy smiling. That's too blurry.
Yeah.
Bill
Oh,
Betzel,
Bill Betzel on the
upper right.
right. upper
Dietrich,
right.
Denny and Janine. Dietrich. Fireman.
Hmm.
Here, Bill knows you're on the inside here.
Fourth one in from the right's Burl Mills.
Joe Wills.
That
O.B. Smith.
That's OB, I think.
Joe
Waldo. That looks like Waldo.
Waldo Ball, right?
Yeah,
behind
there's Joe
Wills.
Wills.
Yeah, Waldo was.
Give the position.
Well, Waldo, front row, third from the left is Waldo Ball. Fourth is O.B. Smith. Back row, third from the left is Joe Wills. Just passed away 2 weeks ago.
98.
I think.
Ooh, Sullivan cheerleaders.
Yeah, I knew.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I love showing these pictures. It's like showing them to a couple of 12-year-olds.
Talk about candy. I dated Linda Lane from Sullivan.
Did you?
Yeah. I don't think this is one of them, though.
Girl in the middle looks familiar. Sorry.
I thought I'd show these out-of-town cheerleaders, see how many of them Mike dated.
Well, I dated one girl. This is
Oh,
boy.
now.
Bill almost married three of these people.
No, I
Go ahead, name them off.
Well, that's Susie Johnson.
Tell where
Okay.
she is.
And this is Janice Koss. Now, we both dated her.
But the bad thing is Bill Cunningham did too.
Yeah, that doesn't count then. You're right.
This is Turner, Tish
They
Turner.
don't know what you're doing.
On the far right is Tish Turner.
Is this Hap? Barb Hap?
I don't know. The third one from the right is Bill and I both dated
Janice Koss.
Janice Koss wound up being a national model. We saw her in the back of a magazine out in the middle of a field for Salem cigarettes. She was we were batting above our weight.
I think so.
You were.
Who's the mascot?
That's the Blue Devil.
Blue Devil. Don't know, but that's Susie Johnson.
Who are these two here? We should know everything.
Well, I don't know. One of them's probably, this might be a Talkington or I'm trying to think of the girl. Oh, Jan Burnett. Jan Burnett, I think. Do you have names on this?
Nope.
Well, that's great.
Well, we got five of them. They dated one of them.
In the number 12, right there, jumping, this is, they're playing Arcola and he's just jumping over Jerry Glenn's back. Sullender, Bob Sullender, really a good ball player.
That might have been John Shable down here.
That looks like it, doesn't it?
This is Arcola. That looks like Rich McLean, 21.
No. Oh, that's Bloss. That's Mike Bloss. See how tall he is? See, his knees are bent.
21?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
That's Mike Bloss.
Dunnigan's one of these guys here.
You know what? This may be
11.
the next year, Mike. Can you drop this picture down some?
We held the Ocal at Tuscola my senior year.
Can you drop this down just a little? And then go in a little? I'm looking in the stands.
There's Bucko over here on the left. I'm going to say that's Susan Van Voorst sitting there.
Kind of blurry in the back.
That's Shades McGraw here on the left. Detective. That's Bucko and Susan Van Voorst. What do you think? Zero of the people at the table.
That's Bucko. Could be Susan Van Voorst.
That's John Shable down there, number 30, 30
Yeah.
center for Atwood. Sullender was their star.
Bob Sullender.
And that's Rich McLean, I think.
Nope, that's Mike Bloss. You'll just have to live with it.
I'd live with being right, even though I'm called wrong. That's guess who 25? Go back
Ronnie
to that.
Gardner.
It's Ronnie Gardner, number 25. There he is, wearing glasses. Couldn't see worth a darn.
There's 3 guys that just got arrested, got thrown out of the game.
I think that's Bob Hastings there shooting, isn't it? Can you lower that picture?
Doesn't look like.
Lower the picture. Yeah, his head's that's lower a little more.
I don't know.
Don't
Doesn't look
know.
like Bob to me.
Not Bob.
But that's a interesting picture. I mean, that's probably a Rolleiflex camera.
Yeah, got his power source right there.
Battery pack. And look at this guy's battery pack. That's just
If the Israelis find out about those and blow them up, they're in trouble.
that's what we used to have to carry around with us.
Yeah.
And Danny Matthews says the John and Dave Garrett seated.
John Garrett on the left, isn't it?
Yep. Okay. Don Fortney and Lonnie Von Lincoln. And you got me in the picture. Go
Number
up a little
44.
Bit. Go up a little bit. No, there you go. 44 is me.
Look at that. We got Mike playing basketball.
I just sped
No, he's just standing there watching. He's supposed to be in rebounding position.
I was checking the cheerleaders out.
Yeah.
Big Don was so strong, he would take you up with you on the layup. He'd take you up with you.
Yeah.
Center Cappy says Lonnie Von Lincoln on the right, ready to rebound.
Right.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Man.
There's
Sin
Win.
City.
Far right is Win.
Far right's Karen Jolly.
Karen
Win.
God. The 2 on the left is Joella Strader. Are they Straters, both of them? Left, the first 2.
Second one is for sure.
Karen Wynn says Sheila Duffel, Joella Strader,
Strader.
Linda Lawrence, Suzanne Hunt, and Karen Jolly Wynn.
Suzanne Hunt.
Yeah.
Now, didn't Suzanne Hunt marry Dunnigan now?
Oh, his current wife?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they did.
I think they did
They
marry.
were homecoming king and queen, went in high school.
Were they?
Really?
But you
Senior year.
were probably down their prom instead of ours.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't.
No.
Whoa.
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 Whoa. Be careful what you said. These are Newman girls.
Oh boy, the Redskins.
In the front on the left, down is Dee Dee Harbaugh.
Dee
On the
Harbaugh.
right is Sharon Payne. And in the back with her hands in the air, that's Gail Bender. The other 2, I must have missed.
My sister dated his older brother.
Really?
Yeah,
His older brother.
her older brother. Dee Dee Harbaugh wound up marrying
Don Akers.
Donnie
one time.
Akers.
I dated them both.
She's well, you about married him, didn't you?
No.
Newman was your downfall, wasn't it? Was Newman your downfall?
I think just girls in general was my
Newman and Villa Grover especially. I mean, you were almost the altar. Are these Oakland or Broncos?
I think they're Oakland. And that first girl, look at it, she's going steady.
Oh, she got the mohair.
She got the mohair on that big class ring.
Yeah, she could knock you out with one punch.
Yeah. No names here?
No,
B-Mint.
B-Mint.
I don't think I ever dated a girl with B-Mint. Too far to drive.
I stopped once at the Bryant Cottage, though. It's historical.
So did you date anybody?
No,
Well,
I just
then,
stopped at
what's
the
that story got
cottage.
to do with anything?
Well, nothing.
I've been to the Bryan Cottage.
Good.
There's the
Oh, here we go.
there's the Broncos.
Broncos.
Oh my God. George Kegley played in that tournament.
Yeah.
Flume, Jenkins,
Yeah.
they were tough.
They were a tough guy. Tough hombres.
Why don't you go show Tuscola cheerleaders?
Well, I don't know.
Get my wife in
We're
there.
not. We'll see.
Saragordo was like a different world, wasn't it?
It was a long way from here, wasn't it?
Oh boy,
Well, there she is again.
there's the devil.
Looks like Oakland's warming up.
Well, let me see here. This is that Arthur? I'm looking for my old girlfriend there.
She's not in there. That's not it.
Who's the team up there? Monticello?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's Monticello. Got on the fancy purple pants.
It looks like Linda Eads. But what's her name was there too?
Carolyn Clausen.
Carolyn Clausen. I don't see her. This is probably not Arthur. Maybe Monticello. There's Monticello. So that wasn't Monticello. See anybody you missed asking for a date there?
Ready for the next one?
Yeah, Tuscola, I hope.
Oh,
Hey,
look at that.
Becky, who's second from left?
Me.
That's Beck.
Little Becky, second from left.
Linda Callahan.
Married to me.
Sandy
Sandy Rankin.
Rankins.
Kathy Van Doren.
No,
Debbie
Debbie
Hackett.
Hackett.
Oh, Debbie Hackett, you're right.
Know your cheerleaders.
No, I don't have my glasses on.
Could you recognize Becky, David?
When I know it's her, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you tell them?
Nice hairdo, huh?
She had the
Hasn't aged a day.
Oh, right.
she has a Prince
She's never
Galahad.
changed.
She has a Prince Galahad
I
haircut.
did.
Okay,
look
that
at
is the Tuscola girls. Bill, you name them all. You
They
got
were
it.
smoking. Let's see, Holly Smith, Harriet Weatherford. I'm going right to
Yeah.
left. Ann Ferguson. The nuns.
Which one's which?
Well, good luck on that, buddy. Nell and Ann Nunn,
Mhm.
and that's an Armstrong girl on
Right.
far left.
Marcia's younger sister.
Mhm. I did okay.
Yeah, you did great.
Way to go. I didn't know any of them.
They were
Yes, you
smoking.
did.
Says that.
They were smoking.
I said they're smoking.
Yeah, that's good.
Look at those boots.
One of those smoking girls.
Boots are made for walking. Holly was the next oldest girl.
Yeah.
Diane and Holly.
Terry Kelsey dated her, my cousin, for a long time.
Really?
And there's David.
I am.
I didn't
That's-
see a team picture about you.
I didn't
got
see a
it, Joe.
Tuscola.
You got a picture.
You didn't have a Tuscola team. We won the Oak Hall, and there's no picture of us. with
And then the
trophy.
envelope.
I've got a gold basketball at home from that tournament.
Yeah.
Huh. So
Our came through and stole the ball. They were we were full court pressing them, and the guy went to throw it in. Lonnie just reached up and grabbed it out of his hand and laid it in.
next week,
I wanted your ball, you'd give it to him too.
I would not fight Lonnie again.
No.
I think we're gonna have to skip next week. I'm gonna be on vacation.
Take it with you.
No.
I would, except we'll be on the road.
She can drive.
Yeah. I'll post pictures.
Good
Though
for you. Good for you getting away.
we'll
You going a
discuss
long
them
way?
the next week.
A long way.
Baltimore.
Well, that's a good trip.
Hmm.
You going out to campaign for anybody?
Nope.
My mom and dad were married in Baltimore.
Were they really?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
I want to show you something, David.
Oh, no.
Would you grab that up
I
there?
think you've showed it.
No, you never
Sure.
have. It's the
We're
third
going out to see Eric Adams.
Oh, I thought you lived in Washington, D.C. I guess Baltimore's really close.
Yeah.
Becky's going to get something here. I think this is one of the cutest things. So Becky and I flew out to a wedding at Annapolis when Emily got married at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. We flew into Baltimore. My mom, who was starting to lose it a little bit, started talking about her and dad. He was in the Navy, had to go to war, and she flew out there and they lived for a while he was training. Got married in Baltimore. So she gave me this thing one time. She wanted me to go by the house they lived in. There it is. She drew me a map, David. Can you see that?
Yeah. Well, you've got
And
the
it says
crossroad right there.
Blair Road. On the left is a gas station, and there's our house, the gas station. Now this is 1943. I said, Mom, you know those gas stations might be gone. No, it should be there. She didn't tell me what street this was. Baltimore's what, 2 million people?
Yeah.
And she wrote that on the back of here's the cute thing. She wrote that on the back of a church thing. And at the very bottom, it says,
What does it say?
I have loved you with an everlasting love.
isn't that something?
Isn't that something? That is, that's special.
But she drew that. I said, Mom, I'm not sure I could find your house. Oh, yeah, it's just a gas station across the street.
Did you find it?
We actually, huh?
Did you find it?
I bought a map of Baltimore. Blair Street's the main north and south road. There's 48 million side streets. She didn't tell me what side street. I would have to go up Blair Street, turn right, and look at the third house on every street. Take me about a week or two. And I would not know if I had.
Well, you narrow it down, you find the gas stations.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. I'm sure the old gas stations would still be there.
I thought that was the cutest thing.
It is.
Our house is right there, second one in off Blair Street. Well, would you look for it when you're out there? You and
I'll
Eric?
look for it.
Would
I'll
you?
keep that in mind.
I'll give you $1 if you find it. Send me a photo.
Okay.
Well, good for you. I'm glad you're getting away. What are you
I'll take a
driving now?
picture of a random house.
You
and
flying?
I'll tell you I found it.
Are you flying out?
No, we're driving.
1 day, 2 days?
A week.
We'll be gone a week.
The drive.
We'll 2 days going out. We may take 3 days coming back.
I hate
We'll
when I
be out
worked at
there
the Corps of
for-
Engineers. I hated to fly, so I drove the first 2 or 3 times. I had to go to Washington. That's not smart. It's a
Hey,
lot.
Eric's done real well out there. Stay for a couple of meals.
Yeah, he's
We'll be
done
there
well.
for 3 nights.
Mm.
Jenny's got a sister that lives nearby, so we're going to stay at her house.
Well, be sure and take him a potted plant or something in consideration for free lodging.
He's having a birthday party for his wife, so we're going to that.
Wow.
Hmm.
Well, let's do the podcast during the birthday party and get Eric on there.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
I'm a concept guy, David. I don't know how it works. I just throw concepts out.
And the party is, the invitation said semi-formal.
Oh, wow.
Well, all you have to do is put a sports coat over that Tuscola t-shirt.
Yeah, I bought a new suit for it.
Oh no,
Whoa.
I needed a new suit anyway.
semi-formal is the tuxedo
Mm-mm.
tails.
Tuxedo is formal, Mike. You know that.
That's right. Talking about buying a tuxedo.
I'm trying to
know.
get you-
You look like a penguin with tails.
Yeah, I've worn a couple tuxedos, but
Well,
they were rented.
Yeah.
Well, that's really great. You need to get Eric talked into going to the Hall of Fame. Sounds like he deserves it. What?
I'll talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed the program today.
What are we gonna do next week?
Fun pitch. What do we do?
This is our only function in life.
Golly.
This is our anti-Alzheimer's thing of
Trying to keep going. Well, we'll think of
we're
something.
gonna fall backwards.
We'll think of something.
Yeah, so no show
Yeah,
next week.
suggestion, but I'll wait until we're off the air.
I just because we're gonna be on the road both Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday we're gonna be busy. So
Here, I'm gonna hawk my book, David.
it's out.
Yeah,
The Perfectly Designed Imperfect World. Available on Amazon.
yeah, Amazon or any book, Barnes and Noble. I'm trying to loan Bill some money, see if he'll order one. One of my classmates said it's certainly a summer beach read.
How many pages is it?
207, let me see. 267. The reference page is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 pages of reference.
Wow. Is it available in hardcover as well?
I don't
No.
think so.
I'll have to go on and write a review or something.
Well, let me write it. Well, what a book. I'll get you a copy.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Anything
Thanks,
else?
Thanks a lot, David.
have fun in Baltimore.
Right. Our
Yes.
sponsor this week was Elite Builders, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for the sponsors.
Yep.
Appreciate it.